the boat in the kingdom, can't turn around. We're lighting up the night, shaking up the ground. Excuses and flames, yeah, we're breaking free. We'll be fire, this is our legacy.
Mr. Mazzy.
What's up, Albie?
What's up, yo?
What's up, Jay? What's going on?
Man, I'm having the time of my life, guys. I hope y'all are too.
Man, like I said, life is good, my brothers. Life is really good right now.
Man, I was excited when I saw your name pop up as the guest on the show, because you had treated not just myself and Courtney, but the group of your leaders you brought together on that boat. They rented a 100-foot yacht in Miami for EXPCon, and Jay was supposed to be on that boat too. He wasn't able to make it in. He was in the studio making hits. Couldn't leave Dallas. That's okay.
In the lab.
I went ahead and had more fun. I had the fun for you. But thank you so much, dude. The hospitality was on point. Your people, we had just so much fun. Celebrated your beautiful wife's birthday as well. And man, that was what leadership. I just sat back and I was smiling. In fact, Corey's like, why are you getting emotional? I'm like, because this is what leadership looks like. Like this right here, what I'm looking at is legacy. And you just demonstrated it. You impressed me, brother. So proud to be in business with you.
Thank you, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate you coming out and, you know what I'm saying, speaking to our group, man. Like, we got so many people that are what I feel are rock stars and really just blow this thing up, man. So to be able to get everybody there and, you know, the mastermind, and then have you to impart into them and, you know, share your wisdom that you know, have imparted into me and, you know what I'm saying, my family so much, man. It was a big deal. You know, I always talk about like the rooms you're in matter, man. And I just want to get, you know, more of people that I know that can really do like amazing things in this real estate business in those type circles. So it was a really good event, man. We had a good fun. And the wife had probably even more fun. She was standing up dancing on the freaking, you know what I'm saying? So like she had a good time, man. So it was a good event.
I've talked to James since.
So yeah, man.
Oh wait, can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Oh,
are we?
So go ahead.
Signal bad on my end or James? I can hear you.
James, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear everybody. I'm good.
Yeah. I think it might be you, because I feel like everything was coming through clean. I was just gonna say, James, like, you can't even really quantify it. We always say, man, you got to get to events. But like since that event, I can tell you, I've been on calls with 2 or 3 or 4 people in your group. They on fire like that. It's just like once you light that fire, you know, you can't even really quantify what happens after that. But lives change when they come to those events. That's what happens. And just so I just say, good job, man, making it happen. And people need good leadership to push them to do the things that make them uncomfortable. And, you know, even for me, I it's one of the few events that I didn't go to. And so I had to own that, but like I had some priorities that had to get locked down, and y'all all going to be really glad that I didn't make it. But even me, if somebody would have pushed me, I probably would have still came. But, so good job being a great leader and doing that.
Yeah, man. I can't wait for the album to come out.
Yeah. It's gonna be like Jay-Z when he came out with 2 discs at once. And like,
that's what the shirt's all about right there. Honey Badger Records, baby.
Yeah,
Honey Badger Records.
Just kicking out them hits. So hey, I heard there's a rumor going around, something about a 50-year mortgage, guys. You guys know anything about that?
Definitely heard about it.
Yeah. So I know we all have opinions because we're seeing them all over Facebook, and everybody's got their opinions on it. Some people hate it. Some people think it's a good idea, bad idea. I have my thoughts on it, but James, I know that you've recently launched your own mortgage business, and congratulations, by the way, on that.
Thank you.
Now that you're kind of back into the weeds, you've been seeing lots of loans. You've been seeing it not just from a real estate agent's perspective, on how we want to really counsel these buyers that are about to, take a loan out for a lot of money. What are your two takes on it? I want to hear from a mortgage branch owner's perspective.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna tell you, like, when I first heard it, I didn't quite know how to feel about it because like 50 years is a long time. But then I just started thinking about it like, well, shoot, 30 years is a long time. So
That's exactly what I thought.
I was like, man, so I mean, it's a long time regardless. I was looking at some stuff on it and just kind of checking some things out. I actually think it's a pretty good deal, personally. I really think it's gonna open up more buyers in the marketplace. And I was looking at some stuff, and they were saying that we're probably gonna have like a housing boom and explosion from it, just because it's gonna be more people that's coming in. So especially for people that currently own houses, if you're an investor or if you got a piece of property, the property is going to go up a little bit more. But the biggest thing is being able to have more people in the marketplace that will be looking to buy houses again.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing I keep hearing is like, oh, this is gonna hurt affordability. It's gonna hurt affordability. Jay, what are your thoughts when you kind of think about? I mean, we don't think about this in an emotional way. This is just a business decision.
Yeah.
But a lot of people that are going to be using this tool, they're not thinking through it like a business person. They're not doing math. So help us do the math, Jay.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. So you already know I'm in a chat GPT wormhole over here. But so I mean, my first thought was the same as James is, I was like, and so that's how I got into this rabbit hole. So it's like 30 years is a long time. Who came up with that? Like 30 years is a long time to pay for something. So, who came up with that? How long ago was that? Well, according to Chat GPT, the math was done centuries ago. Okay. This whole process of determining how. And so before we got on, for those of you listening that weren't privy to, the big question was like, okay, well, how come, who decided how this amortization, you got the balance of your loan, all the money goes to interest and a little bit goes to principal. Who the hell created that? And where's all this? And we were talking about, obviously, being a branch owner, James, you see the money involved in doing loans. Yep. There, in fact, so much so that there's enough money for everybody to make a little money, I think, on these deals. And so it's interesting, but I'm starting to feel like maybe we ain't asking the right question. Like, maybe this is something that isn't going to ever change, but I think we should be asking more questions. To me, when I first looked at it, the 50-year mortgage didn't make that big a difference in affordability, not as much as I thought it would, maybe. But we got to do something to make houses more affordable, or people can't afford to buy them. And so I don't know how I feel about it yet. To be determined. I'm in the middle gray area right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I have 2 pennies to throw into this hat. So first of all, this is a tool. And I was actually talking to Darren Mancuso on the way here today. It was more about like recruiting. But when it comes to tools, you don't walk like Darren. He owns a building company. He builds custom, beautiful, multi-million-dollar homes. That's what he does. And I said, Darren, you wouldn't walk into a house to wire it for electricity with a circular saw. It's the wrong tool to use for that job. When you're pulling wire, hooking that kind of stuff up, that's not the tool that you would use. You would use that if you're going to frame the house. So similar to this, the 50-year mortgage, look, it's got its downside. Sure. If you want to look at it from the glass half full, you could say you can pay more interest. You're going to build less equity. It'll just build slower. But you could say the same thing about a 30-year versus a 15. If that was the case, why wouldn't we just be pumping 15-year mortgages or 20-year mortgages? Why is it always the 30? Well, it's the 30 because that's the maximum amount we can lower the payments. The number one problem in the U.S. right now, well, the two problems, it's supply and affordability, and they both go hand in hand together. So, yes, if we don't fix the supply problem, which we can only fix that by building more units, whether it be apartment buildings, single family homes, affordable housing. And could it nudge the prices a little bit higher? Sure. But that's already happening. Yep. The biggest problem comes back down to affordability. So from an affordability point, and I'm in Cleveland, so I'm not feeling it as much as maybe some like Dallas, LA, San Francisco, almost just unaffordable to even get. You know what I mean? You're getting like for $1.5 million, you're getting.
Yeah. So for those of you who aren't aware, Al, while I was at his house in Cleveland, got sold a new internet service that was going to be 6 times faster, and it was. I heard the sales pitch. So like, and me and Al both doing no research whatsoever is like, this kid's got the best sales job ever. He's gonna make. We asked him how much money he makes a deal. He makes $600, but apparently that's not exactly all it cracked up to be.
Well, I think the internet is faster. It's just the computer Al's on is not able to take how fast the internet is. That's probably what it is.
Like me and Al were talking about this lucky kid out here selling a $600. He gets paid. Well, it was $300 or $600. He made a pretty good amount of money on a sale, right? Like, shoot, everybody's gonna say yes. Would you like to have 100 times faster internet for a third the price or whatever it was? It was an irresistible offer. It's like, we should have looked at reviews. My wife would have looked at 100 reviews and we would have both never got this internet if my wife was involved. I know that.
Man, I'm gonna throw a question out there. So like, I wonder like how many people, because I guess the average person stays in their house probably about 5 to 7 years before they move normally, right? On a normal basis. With that being said, if you got a 30-year the first time, you do that again, you got a 30-year the next time, and I guess somewhere along the line you do get somewhere where you stick. I'm curious, like what is the age of a person when they pay their house off, average for the U.S.?
It's a great, probably never. The average is probably most people never do. Probably.
Yeah.
I don't know. We can look into that. It's a great question. But yeah, so as of right now on a 30-year mortgage, it's not till month 242 that you actually pay more to the principal than you do the interest. Think about that. Like, so you're betting on appreciation, but if you're not going to get much appreciation, and how many more people wouldn't buy something knowing that 5 to 7 years from now it's not going to probably appreciate enough to you might make a little money, but you could be in a pickle kind of thing. If that's the thinking, are more people going to be like, no, man, I'm just going to wait until I can get what I want and I'm going to rent, you know what I'm saying? Like you're buying you don't go buy a house and then move up to the next one. You rent and then you keep renting until then you buy the one forever home when you're 40. I don't know. It maybe changes the behavior of how people look at owning real estate. I don't know. I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, I had a friend of mine, man. Like he wants the perfect home. He wants the land, he wants the house and everything. And he's in that state where he's like, oh, I'm just gonna rent, and I'm just gonna rent, and I'm just gonna rent. And I always had the mindset of like, hey, I'm just gonna buy and sell or rent out what I'm currently have to go move to the next piece of property. And I've been been doing that, but it's also been helping with my net worth. My net worth, because I've always kept the properties that I lived in has always gone up. Right. And, even though when I got in it initially, maybe it was a little bit tight, or maybe when I moved out and I rented it out, it wasn't a whole lot of spread in that particular property at that particular time. But, over time, it just continues to build equity where this friend of mine is still renting. And we're in our 40s now, so like still looking for that perfect house. So I don't think that's the answer either.
Right.
So I mean, it is a question, man. Like I said, of affordability. But they do it with cars, right? I think it really boils down to like really choice too. The first thing they ask you with a car, do you want a 36 months car loan? Do you want a 60 month car loan, or you want a 72 month car loan, or whatever, right? So it's like, it's your choice. And as long as they're giving the consequences behind it, or the consequences is going to be like, all right, so this is how long it's going to take to pay for it, and this is the amount of interest you're going to end up paying if you wait that particular loan, and giving them the ability to choose. I don't necessarily see it as being a bad thing. but it's not a good thing either. I don't believe if you're stretching it out 50 years, but for some people, like depends on the strategy. Like I was talking about, that might be a good tool for that particular individual. But it can mess people up, kind of like with the interest only stuff that was coming on at one time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? when everything went crazy. So
You back
Am I
on?
back? Am I back?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you tell the story of my how I got sold on this internet?
Yeah. I was right there. It's a great sales pitch. We should have read the reviews.
What I'm going to do? He's so good. I'm going to recruit him to Honey Badger Nation. That's what I'm going to do because he's that good.
I would. Did he leave you his card? I'd be calling me like, come on. I call him every day and be like, listen.
Oh, I got it. I got his number right in here.
Yeah. Be like,
like,
listen, you probably didn't know
like,
that customer service is going to be on you, but
he asked the magic question. He goes, how can I get one of those Ferraris in your garage? I said, okay, we can talk and let me show you. They ain't going to be selling internet services.
They ain't going to be selling shitty internet. That's it. That's not going to get you there.
Yeah.
Delivering on the promise. You got to deliver on the promise.
Yeah. So I think we're kind of left off. Now, I know you guys had a great conversation because I was watching you on my good internet on my phone while this thing was fucking around. So the truth is, dude, where it would make a lot of sense, and I know that this isn't a big portion of the purchases that are going on, but a lot of people buy second homes. And when you think about the second home market, vacation properties, mountain cabins, lodges, beach houses, lake houses, stuff like that, those are typically if they're in, desirable areas, they rarely lose a ton of value. Like when you see the market going up, down, sometimes you'll see those affected a little bit, but like, I'll give you two examples. Lake Tahoe, Key West, we can go on and on. Like when the market started, like their inventory did go up a little bit, but values just kind of, if anything, they kept going up a little bit. I mean, your money isn't going to be made in cash flow in a lot of these properties. It's going to be made in value going up. So from a standpoint of leverage, when you're able to leverage that Park City, yeah, that's another Keith. Park City is amazing. Big mountains over there in Park City. But you're making it on the growth. So if you use it the wrong way, yeah, but 90% of people that take a 30-year mortgage off never pay it to term. 90%. 10% go all the way. I don't see anybody going all the way on a 50. The other thing, too, is that historically, when someone takes a mortgage out, let's say it's their first home and they stay in it forever, which never happens, but let's just say they did. Typically, their income starts to go up and they start to build equity. And what do? Once if maybe the rate isn't great, they refinance into a better product. So this is just a way, I think, of bridging this gap of affordability right now. It ain't going to be right for everybody, but that's why you need a good mortgage person who's going to shoot it to you straight and not put you into a product that's not the right one for you. Yeah. Like this kid did when he sold me on Brightspeed internet. I'll put it out there. Brightspeed, stay away from it. Man, I remember when Jay was in Puerto Rico and this internet made his internet look better. Like it made it look like it was lightning speed.
Yep.
Elon Musk level.
Yep. It was a problem. It was definitely.
I don't know how you did it and you held your shit together.
No. I melted down. Usually offline a few times. I lost myself the other day on AT&T. Let me tell you, I'm gonna put AT&T on blast. So I'm to the point now where AT&T is so bad that I know what I got to do. I got to back up all my devices. Now, you got a bunch of them. So tablets, my kids' phones, everybody on the whole plan. We got to back up everything. And I called my buddy that is my son's soccer coach that is the big dude at T-Mobile. He walked me through what I got to do. But whenever I'm done, I'm going to make a post about how shitty AT&T is. It's the worst damn service I've ever seen it doesn't matter where I go. I'm in my house. I have to be on Wi-Fi because my phone doesn't work. I'm 2 miles from the damn world headquarters of fucking AT&T, and my phone doesn't work if I step outside my house or inside my house unless I'm on Wi-Fi. Now, I don't know how many other people are experiencing this with AT&T, but it ain't like it's new. I've just learned to adapt because I didn't want to go through the trouble of changing because I've had AT&T forever, I guess. But I'm just telling you, T-Mobile, I'm buying your stock. AT&T, your stock's never gone anywhere, so it doesn't probably matter. But y'all suck, and I'm out. Y'all done pissed me off for the last time. I
Hey,
dropped
man.
a call 3 times in a row in 2 minutes. Like, bloop. Oh, you can't hear me. Oh, can't hear me. Can you hear me now? Like, how are we putting people on Mars and trying to put people on the moon, and we can't even get a cell phone to work in Frisco, Texas? Makes no sense.
I'm sorry to tell you, Jay, I have T-Mobile and I can't stand it.
No way. No.
I'm just gonna be honest with you. I've been thinking about moving to AT&T, but it's the inconvenience of it that that's have keeping me here with T-Mobile, because I've been here for so many years, and no matter where you go, it drops services. It never works. I'm in my house, and the internet and stuff doesn't work on it. My kids complain about it, and they call it trash mobile. So I don't know.
Yeah. Hey, all right, man. Now, hey, listen. You know what? You remember back in the Nextel days? We're gonna all get walkie-talkies. Let's just talk on walkie-talkies. The heck with these cell phones anyway. We're all gonna have robots in our house next year, according to Elon Musk, and they're building robots. They're building robots that we're gonna have in our houses doing shit for us, and our cell phones still don't work. Like, what are we doing, y'all? Like, somebody prioritize this, please. Somebody that hears this.
So Starlink is now starting to sign contracts, and it was either T-Mobile or AT&T. I think it was T-Mobile. You guys Google that, ChatGPT it. I don't remember which one it was, but there's a contract signed with Starlink, and instead of having these cellular signals, you're going to be getting it all from Wi-Fi from Elon. Uncle Elon is going to be solving all of our connectivity problems.
Yep. That's actually supposed to go into place early next year for AT&T, and I think T-Mobile too. So part of the reason I hadn't done anything is ChatGPT said you can just wait and it's going to get better, or you can do something about it now. And it suggested out of everybody the coverage was better at T-Mobile. True or not, I don't know. Clearly, Kevin is saying that Verizon isn't any good either, so they all suck. So, yep, Keith's probably right. I guess but it's just kind of crazy all the how things are advancing and AI and all this stuff. And somebody forgot to look at could we make Elon apparently solves all problems because he's the one that's going to fix it. But yeah, it's an issue.
Well, yeah. So now we're bitching about not getting a signal from the closest cell phone tower because of whatever. And then we're going to be bitching when it's cloudy because we're going to be looking for that signal coming from space. But yeah, man. Well, 50-year mortgage. The answer to the question is call my friend James here. He's got all the answers and he's got all the loan options. He's going to set you straight.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, Al. I mean, I'm super excited about the ability to partner with agents on the mortgage side. I mean, that's the biggest thing that I'm excited about. We're definitely gonna help the consumer, and rule is going to be out on if the 50 is the best thing or not. But as far as being able to help the agent, where they have not been able to participate in that due to the rules that have changed now, all that stuff is out the window. So now, we're going to be able to compensate agents for the things that they usually do, which is they get in front of a buyer and they, pay money for lead generation, get the buyer in there. We talk to them, we nurture them, we get them out of there, and we just hand it over to the lender. And it's like now the lender is just making all this money. Well, the good thing about this right now is now we're able to participate on that side, and everything is legal. So and the attraction piece of it is huge as well, because I'm just thinking man, if we're talking about somebody coming over and partnering with us, and their biggest thing is income, not only are we able to make the greatest offer in the world, thank you, Jay, for being able to help them with lead generation, help them with lead conversion, help them to actually build a team if they want to build a team, help coach them, train them, and all that other stuff for free. But now it's like, hey, how many transactions you're closing? Oh, you're closing, 30 transactions? Well, guess what? And 15 of them buyer. Well, what if we put $15,000 to your bottom line? What if we're putting, whatever the number is, right? So, so being able to actually partner with agents to be able to do that, but then also for the people that have teams, that are just killing it when it comes to production. And maybe they're getting like a little bit, because I think I was getting like $3,000 a month at one time from a mortgage to help with marketing, which is small amount compared to what they really were making. Now we're able to actually, bring in a team leader that's crushing it, that's doing very well, get them partnered up. And now that's worth hundreds of thousands of dollars to that team leader. How much better are you able to be more profitable, especially when margins get thin, especially if you don't like a Zillow Flex or anything.
That's what I was about to say. Dog. You can all your money. Now you can take all that extra money, you could give it to Zillow.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can solve that problem for you too, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm saying. It's like is honestly what I really like about the Honey Badger Nation more than anything is like we're putting all our fires together and we're solving problems to help agents to be more productive, have more profit to their bottom line, and at the same time, create a lifestyle, for their family. But the biggest part of it is helping other agents. Because if you're trying to do this and you're just doing it to help yourself, I mean, yeah, you're going to be helped. But the real thing is like, how many other people are you going to affect their lives while you're getting your life affected at the same time?
100%, dude. I was talking about this the other day, just on a call. It was either yesterday or maybe last week. And I had a really interesting call with this guy that's at Keller Williams. He's in his 70s. He saw what we do in marketing. He's like, man, I would love it. I want to go after this 55 plus community in this area. It's where he wants to genuinely help consumers with tax planning and estate planning. And he had this big grand plan. And about 15 minutes into the conversation, I realized he's trying to convince me to take his money. And I'm trying to convince him that I don't need to take his money. And I realized how odd the conversation was going. I was like, I said, hold on a second. What's his name? What is his name? He literally just texted me. And so I said, listen, I've been on a lot of phone calls. And I said, it just occurred to me that you want me to help you so bad that he was willing to pay me. I said, if I did it, I'd have to charge like $15,000. And I'd have to be able to explain to my team why I should take them off of a fully built out system and process that we know I can deliver on and go over here and help you because you don't want to come to EXP. I said, I can do it all for free. I don't want to take your money and you keep trying to give it to me. And I'm telling you, I just don't want to take your money. It's not because I don't want to help you. It's because it doesn't make sense for you to give it to me. And this industry is built on every brokerage is trying to take from you. Think about it. Anything they do for you, what do they try to do? Give me a referral fee. You're on this split. What's Zillow trying to take from you? Anybody that's selling you something, they're trying to give me a piece of that. Give me a piece of your commission. There's nobody that's really actually trying to help agents that's not trying to get in their pocket and trying to monetize their own business. And it's just, I don't know if it's good or bad. It's just what it is. But every other brokerage out there, Keller Williams will train you. And they'll do, oh yeah, did you have to pay for that? Because I think that's a profit center for them. I think they actually get your license and then you're out. Okay, you get your plaque that says figure it out. And then they go, oh, we'll tell you what to do. Sign up for this coaching class. Okay, so if everyone's just trying to get in your pocket, we are the only company. I wake up every day trying to figure out how to help people without taking their money. Who else is out there doing that right now that y'all can think of? Is anybody trying to help people that's not trying to take their money? Because we're in a really weird place because of the model of EXP that we don't have to think about how we're going to monetize how we help people. We just have to figure out how to help people and how we can do it at scale and do it for more people. And I never think about trying to sell it to somebody. It's not even in my process of thinking. It's a unique thing, right? It's a beautiful thing because people actually need help. And if I was to pitch this, what I do today, I could sell it for a lot of money. People would happily pay it. Or I would say, you know what? I'm going to do this for you if you join my team and I'll take half. Or I would sell it to you and I'd say, you know what? I'm going to do you a really big favor. I'm going to do it all for you. And you can just pay me when you close the deal. 25, 35%. That's how everyone else is. If you don't realize that that's what they're trying to do, they're trying to figure out how to take from you, not actually help you, then you see how different this model is. It's creating a whole different dynamic to how we solve problems for agents because we don't have to monetize it. It's super, super interesting when you really think about it.
Yeah. Yeah, it kind of reminded me. I'm reading a new book right now, Jay. I don't know if you've read it. I don't know about if you've read it, but it's the Almanac of Naval
Ooh.
Ravikant. It's fascinating. This dude, Tim Ferriss, does the like whatever, like the opening of it and the introduction because they're friends. And this dude made hundreds of millions of bucks as an entrepreneur, tech guy, came from nothing, type of a story. And it's kind of reminds me of that Principles book, Jay.
Yeah. Ray Dalio.
Ray Dalio's Principles, but better because it's updated to today's standards. And I think Ray Dalio's an extremely intelligent human being, but after I kind of read through that book and watching him on the news, he's been wrong a lot about, he's kind of
he's been wrong an awful lot.
He's wrong a lot. Like he predicted like 3 times in a row that the sky was going to fall and that we were going to go into a depression, and actually the opposite happened.
Yeah.
So careful who you listen to. But this book's fascinating and talks a lot about just entrepreneurship, and that word gets thrown out a lot. But as you were kind of talking about this, the flexibility that the EXP platform is giving entrepreneurs, there's nothing else. There's not even the Me Too's, you call them, the copycatters. None of them have the same ability, because it's like, is it checking 2 boxes? Is it ethical and legal? And maybe 3 boxes. Does it add value to the agents? And if it checks those boxes, do it. We have free reins. There's no shackles on our ankles. We literally can go out and build things like Funnel Pilot, like Partner and Open Your Own Mortgage. It's like, okay, are you operating within the bounds of the law and ethically? Cool. Go out and help agents grow their business in any way you feel necessary. We're not leaning on some methodology or just some way of thinking to try to sell people like, oh no, you can't do that because of this, and this. We have these rules, and this is what makes us our culture. All that's bullshit. It's like listening to fake news. If you're listening to fake news, stop listening to fake news. I'm going to tell you right now. Find a good, solid news source that's somewhere maybe down the middle that isn't going to feed BS to you, because it's the same thing listening to brokers that are going to feed BS to you. If anybody tells you, hey, you can help people, but you can't help them that much, that's a red flag. And I would recommend not being a red flag collector in this business. It's who you align with matters, and that's okay. It's okay to be profitable. Capitalism's good. It's not bad. It's not evil. And that's what we're all about here. Honey Badger Nation, we believe in capitalism, and we believe in the United States. Allison even put a little flag up there above the Honey Badger, one big fire there. How about that?
Love it.
Guess what? Be proud of that flag. I fly that every single day at my house. It's actually probably too big for my front porch. I don't care. If you don't believe in something, you believe in nothing. Think about that. Okay? If you don't stand and believe in something, no matter what it is, then you don't have a belief. You basically can be bought. Jay Kinder, you were just talking about that. This guy wanted to give you his money, and you're like, no. That's called not being able to be bought, right? And standing on your morals. So good for you, brother. I'm proud to be in business with you, James. I'm proud to be in business with people like Jay and people that believe in something, and they don't care what the noisy people in the cheap seats are saying.
No. Nope.
Let's go.
Man,
Let's go.
Well,
I think a lot of times, man, like what ends up happening with a lot of people, I mean, the offer, putting all that stuff together, it sounds too good to be true.
100%. Yeah, it does.
And that's been the feedback I've gotten. Like, how are you going to do that? How are you going to get paid? Like, no, I'm going to show you how we get paid. Like, nah, I don't know. And then when you show them, one, how you get paid, and then show them all the stuff, it still just sounds like unbelievable.
Yeah.
And, I always tell, like, I said no to EXP twice. And the third time I just looked at it just simply because I had a disruptor that happened in our brokerage, and I was like, I'll look at it. And I was looking to leave the brokerage, but I was looking at 2 models. I was looking at the 100% model because I figured I'd keep most of my commission. And then the other one I looked at was EXP. And when I finally looked at it, I was like, dang, it looks good. You know what I'm saying?
that's exactly right. Yeah.
So then, you know, you go through that little thing like, dang, man, I got to be more open-minded about stuff, you know?
And I thought
Well, I mean, who would have thought? Who would have
closed
thought?
at Irish Kevin's.
Huh?
I thought we closed them down at Irish Kevin's. I thought that's where we got you convinced.
I was already in then.
Yeah. Who would have thought? Like, you know, you don't know what you don't know. That's always, you know, you're like fish. You understand everything below the water surface, but nothing up above it. So, and you mean you can make more than 100%. Never in my life did that occur to me that was possible. That was somehow there was a way that I could make more than I could make on my own. But once you understand that that's possible, then you okay, well, let me dig a little deeper here, because I didn't know that was a thing, right? Like, that was the first time I'd ever seen the opportunity to make more than 100%. Most people still are doing the math, looking at EXP, thinking it's another brokerage, thinking that I'm coming over here and I'm trading this for that. The truth is, if you really understand the model, you understand you're going to come over here, you're going to have a way to exit with stock at some day. It's worth something. Don't know what it's going to be worth, but it's better than paying a royalty that you get nothing. And you have the ability to get paid more than 100% of your commissions. And you can choose to take advantage of that or not. But the truth is, we all get paid to be here. Doesn't cost us anything. So, you know, that doesn't exist in my own little brokerage. I couldn't figure out that math.
Man, I was telling people, like, when you come over here, you immediately get 3 sources of income, right? I've just added the 4th one now. So, like, you know, I literally was talking to somebody like, look, you come over here, you're gonna get 4 sources of income. One, you know, it's the traditional real estate income when you're selling houses. Like, everybody gets that stuff. But the difference is, we're going to help you to do that. And we're partnering with you, and we get 0 unless you be successful. And I don't like the number 0. So I'm going to give you every single thing that I ever did in order for you to sell way more houses than you ever could imagine, right? That's the first part. Second part of it, because you're selling more houses, you're going to automatically get stock in the company. We're going to get you the icon status. And guess what? You're going to get that $16,000 stock award. You know, and then the third part of it is the whole revenue share part of it. Because you're selling more houses, we're going to help you to build something that's going to be freaking amazing, so that you can pick and choose which houses or which customers you want to work with, or if you even want to sell houses at all one day. And then the fourth part of it, which is cool, is because you're selling more houses, we're helping you with that part of it. We're going to help you to create a income on the mortgage side for every deal that you do on the mortgage side. So right away, it becomes unthinkable for you to stay where you are, because that's financially irresponsible. 4 sources of income just by making one move. You know, it's you know, making those type offers, man, is I've been having so much fun, honestly, within the last few months doing this here than I probably have, like, you know, when I first joined EXP. Like, it's been amazing, man. Just being able to make offers that are irresistible. Like, it is
Right.
freaking awesome.
James, are you jamesmazzy.com? Where does someone go to get onto your site to connect with you on a call?
Yeah, man. JamesHMassey.com.
Ah, there we go. I missed the H.
Yep, James H. Massey. H is for whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. James, help me out.
That's it.
Is that right?
Yep, James H. Massey.
Oh,
yep.
No,
well, you forgot the MASSEY.
Yep. No. Yep. I got it. Let me post that better. All right, cool. Awesome, man. Well, I appreciate you joining us today.
No, this is fun, man. Hey, y'all have imparted to me so much, man. Y'all have no idea, man. I appreciate y'all so much. I always tell the story about with Jay, and I would say, like, man, like, I first jumped on and he showed me his rev share check, and I was blown away that you can actually do that without actually having a conversation with a buyer or a seller, without writing one amendment, without doing any of that stuff. And I was looking at that, and his numbers was nowhere near what it was then, but it gave me the ability to know that it was possible. Mm-hmm. And sometimes just knowing something's possible is all somebody needs.
Yeah,
and,
man.
You know, so I couldn't deny the thing works. You know how they say, like, numbers lie, people don't. You know, people lie, numbers don't.
Right.
And that's how it was. The only question I had to ask for myself was, could I do it?
Right.
You know, that's the only question.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, And James, I've seen you speak on this topic a couple of times, and I'm the same way, and maybe we're just crazy, but if I see that someone else can do something, that you're a human, I'm a human, I feel like it can be done. I just need to learn something. I might need to learn something, but I can do it. You know what I'm saying? And that's the mentality I think that we took, and the reason that it always works out for us. Like, it can be done. What do I need to learn? And go do it. Like, is it better? Yeah, it's better. I haven't wrote amendments in a long time. I wouldn't know how to start doing it. I like passive income that multiplies every month. I like the way that feels, and and if I can create more of that by helping more people, what do you think I wake up doing every day? Trying to help people. That's the bottom line.
That's it. The way you get to what you want is helping other people get what they want. Zig
Ziglar.
That's it.
Appreciate you guys, man. It's a fun journey, man. We're just getting started. The next 3 years are going to be the funnest years of our life. Like, it's going to be the most fun because we can play the game differently than we ever have. And I think the impact that we can make in lives is going to be greater than all of our lives to this point. You know what I mean? Like, think about that. That's pretty cool to say.
I'm going to leave everybody with this little sneak peek on what we're working on behind the curtain here. Our funnel pilot system has been helping agents sell hundreds and hundreds of homes, doubling their business, sometimes tripling their business. It's worked great. We're going 2.0, baby. We're now in 2026. We're going to help you guys take a listing a week, one listing a week. That's what we're working on. We're about 3 feet from gold on it. I can't even wait to start launching this. It ain't ready yet. So stay tuned. You want a sneak peek, hop in our calendars. I put our sites up there. Excited for 2026. Appreciate you guys.
Yep.
Love it.
See you at the top.
Appreciate y'all.
On the top.
Let's go.